What's good, YouTube, and welcome back to the channel. Christian here again with another video, and this time we got Pansy, another DLC character. And as you know, if you've been watching my videos, I'm on record saying that these DLC characters are a little lackluster, because they're not really affecting the game in any meaningful way, and Pansy is no different. Similar to KUU, Bandai just undercooked her a little bit, didn't give her enough tools for her to be really meaningful in the game. But what's frustrating to me is that she's really close, guys. She's really close to actually being a good character. And when I mean a good character, I don't mean she's gonna be high tier in singles or beat SS4 Gogeta in rank or anything like that. What I mean is she's close to being useful in DP battle in the 2 DP tier, meaning she's competing with Roshi and Yajirobe for that spot, okay? And ironically enough, what's really holding her back, in my opinion, is that Insta Spark. Because Insta Spark is good for characters that can actually do damage, but because Pansy is so weak, going sparking is not really the end-all be-all to a match. I mean, her ultimate only does like 10k, 11k or so when it's not scaled. So going sparking is not really that useful for her. I would have changed that skill out, and I'm gonna tell you how I would change it, okay? But first, let me get rid of this Frieza right here so I can move on to the Z ranks that we're gonna fight in this video. Alright, so how would I change her kit? So Pansy has low health, right? And she has that bomb, that stun bomb, that's actually pretty good. So I would leave that alone. I would leave her health low, and her Wasabi bomb would be the same. The only thing that I would change is that Insta Spark, like I mentioned. I would remove Insta Spark. Now, they gave a revive bug to base Vegeta. I would change that. I would give revive bug to Pansy, and I would add an extra utility to it to differentiate it from Sensu Bean, okay? So Yajirobe can just eat a Sensu Bean and just heal his whole health bar. So I would not do the same with Pansy. What I would do is that you can activate a revive bug for 4 skill points, and she would reach into that bag and pull out a revive bug. Once the revive bug is active on the field, basically you have a choice to make. Basically, you could either eat it yourself by pressing the skill again for no cost, or you could switch characters and actually pass the revive bug to another character and heal that character, making her the first healer in Tenkaichi history. Yes, okay, that would differentiate this game from Tenkaichi 3. Okay guys, Tenkaichi 3 was 2005 and now it's 2025. It's time to evolve the game, okay? So let's add some new, like, innovative, creative skills. Let's make Pansy the first healer in Tenkaichi history so that she could be useful in DP battle. Just imagine that. You can make the choice of, okay, I could add Roshi to my team for the extra bulk, or I could add Pansy to the team and have less bulk, but I can actually heal my more powerful characters. Now that would add some more creative stuff to the game. It would change DP battle in a meaningful way. And if they ever come out with Legendary Warrior Face-Off, you could even heal your characters in that mode, which would make it interesting. And if they ever add a tag team mode, you could even heal your teammates, see? And now it would change the game, and it wouldn't affect singles that much because we already have a character, a 2 DP character, that can heal his whole health bar, and you don't see that character in rank anyway. So it's a way to just add creativity to her kit, make her useful beyond her fighting abilities, because let's be honest guys, fighting wise, she's not very good. She can't even follow up attacks, which is a huge part of the game, okay? Obviously, this is all just a pipe dream. Obviously, that's not gonna happen. It would take a major change for Sparking to implement some of those changes. But that's something that I kind of just think about and speculate about what Sparking Zero could be. Like, how good could this game be if it was made by a more innovative company, if it was made by somebody who had more attention to detail and really wanted to make their mark on the Tenkaichi series. They could have made DP battle into such an interesting mode by just having characters interact with each other and just have more creative skills. In my opinion, they just didn't take enough risk with the game, and you know, that's not gonna change anytime soon because the game is already kind of just progressed the way it progressed. So, you know, but with these DLC characters that are just coming out, there's opportunities to kind of reverse that or fix that or add more mechanics to the game, and they're really not taking that opportunity, at least thus far, right? Now, as far as Pansy, how she is now, like I said, she doesn't have follow-up attacks, which is a huge weakness, but Zebra's Dash has been buffed, guys, so she could just follow up with Zebra's Dash, and in some ways that's even better because it kind of resets your damage. And her key charge being so fast means she's always having Zebra's Dash available to her, so I don't see it as a huge weakness. It's just that she takes a lot of damage and her bulk is really non-existent. So if the enemy even gets off a couple combos on you, you are almost dead. So you basically have to play kind of perfect to win matches. And luckily she has this bomb here. This bomb here has a lot of range and it kind of tricks opponents because it gives her super armor. So you can kind of just cut it on in the middle of your combos and the opponent has a split second to react to it before he gets stunned again. And then because there's resets in the game, you can kind of reset a couple times, throw the bomb out, and then reset once again. So it can really catch opponents in loops, which is very powerful. The problem is her damage is so minuscule. Even if you reset your opponent, you're going to be doing kind of like average damage compared to everybody else. So you really have to be very skilled to win with Pansy one-on-one. Which is why I really thought or really think that this character should have had more utility beyond just her fighting ability. She really should have extra skills that allowed to even like heal her health or even someone else's health, because that would just give another dimension to this character beyond just how much damage she does and how much health she has. And some characters like these should just be assist characters, you know, but they don't exist in the game. Okay, Bandai did not take the risk to add characters like that to this game. And I'm of the opinion, if you're gonna add DLC characters and you have to pay extra for these characters, they should have interesting mechanics, or they should at the very least be powerful enough to be played with the current characters, because people are really just wasting their money if they're just buying characters that are not useful. Okay, now let's focus on the gameplay here. We're gonna be fighting a Jiren here, Son Daniel, C rank. Okay, now so far Pansy has been pretty fun to play. As you know, if you follow my channel, I like playing these low DP characters because it kind of puts the pressure on the opponent, right? I have nothing to lose. If I lose, I'm just playing Pansy. If they lose, it's kind of embarrassing, right? Which I enjoy. It's part of the fun of the game. Now Jiren has that explosive wave, and I've mentioned before, low DP characters, when they're fighting characters with explosive wave, and you know, they're high tiers at that, they're gonna be taking boatloads of damage, and it's kind of hard to get your damage off. So that's gonna be a challenge during this match. But luckily, like I mentioned, Pansy has a lot of ways to reset opponents thanks to that bomb, and her key charge is extremely fast. So I go ahead and charge into sparking, and that's another reason why I think sparking is a little redundant, is because her key charge is so fast that there's really no need to go insta spark. You can just charge into sparking really quickly. So in my opinion, it's not worth wasting your skill points on insta spark. You should waste them on that bomb so you can keep resetting your opponents. My opponent decides to charge into full power Jiren here. I guess Pansy's aura is too much. He needs his full power to even match a fraction of what Pansy could do. So she has no follow-up attacks, guys, and that is a huge weakness, because that means you're not going to be emptying their key reserves with Vanish Wars, and basically you're not going to be getting that free damage that everyone gets from just having key advantage, right? Which I guess is the reason why they made her key charge so fast, because it really is not a huge advantage with Pansy just having key advantage. Yeah, I use my wasabi bomb, and as you see, it just gives me time to like reset my position and reset my damage. But I kind of mess it up because we're too close to the barrier. Right now it's a close match, We're to our last bar. I have 3 skill points. He has 4. He goes Insta Spark right now. And as I mentioned before, Insta Spark got a slight nerf because Ki Blast got a nerf. So basically now you could just dodge charge Ki Blast while moving, which is a huge nerf to Insta Spark. It makes it easier to dodge. I throw my bomb and you see how much range that bomb has. It even extends behind you slightly. So I shoot my gun here expecting to kill him, but he survives with a sliver of health, and I got scared and I dashed to the left and get hit by the super. So he ends me in a close match. So next we're gonna be fighting a Beast Gohan with Pansy. Let's see if I can pull the win out. So these Gohans are very aggressive. I just start off with a perception, but he's pretty patient. So I don't have the key for the Z-Burst dash here, so I have to let him go. But I do get to open him up here. I use my gun to reset my damage. Go ahead and trip, charge a little bit, reset again. And right now I could use that bomb if I wanted to, if I wanted a little bit more time to be patient. Go ahead and trip. Go for the hard knockdown and I shoot him with my gun here. But it gets scaled, but it doesn't quite matter with Pansy because her key charge is so fast. You might as well just spend those 2 bars because you could get them right back in about a second. I open him up once again. I trip him, throw my bomb out to reset him, and I trip him again so I can start my combos again with reset damage. She uses a revenge counter, elevator away. I need to be very careful because if he even gets a little bit of hits on me, I'm basically almost dead. So basically got to play this almost perfect. He spends all his skill points on wild senses here. The opponent is pretty afraid of me. He is just a S rank, so I think he's a little intimidated. I try to reset with the bomb, but he uses a vanish attack, a S rank move. Usually Z ranks don't use that move, so that bomb might have hit him actually. Trips me. I'm almost dead here. I got more key though. I charge up, get most of my key bars back up, and I throw this bomb out. And see, that super armor is so powerful, guys. Go ahead and trip, go for the reset. And as you see, even with resets, you're not doing meaningful damage. I dodged the revenge counter, so it resets the damage once again, and I have key advantage. I'm about to win this game, guys. I got enough to reset him. I got a bomb, so I throw the bomb out. He gets a super counter, and the game lags, guys. The game lags at the last minute, allowing him to go sparking and kill me, bro. He got saved so hard. In fact, it was so sketch. I sent him a message after this game. I'm like, bro, tell me the truth. Did you lag spike that? And he said he didn't. He said, nah, bro, you delusional. I'm like, okay, hey. I take your word for it, but that was so sketch, guys. Anyways, now we're fighting Ultimate Gohan. Let's see if I could get an Ultimate Gohan. So the time chamber blocks him from my bomb here. Again with a charge smash, charge my key bars back up. You see how fast that key charge goes up. I could just go sparking, and that is why I think the auto spark is a mistake in her kit. It should be maybe a heal or something similar, because her lack of bulk is what's really holding her back from being a good 2 DP character. So her having a heal might make up for that, you know. In fact, even if the heal was a Sensu Bean type of heal where she gets her whole health bar back, she still wouldn't be better than Yajirobe. Here we go, we got key advantage. She's like, once you get her flow, she's kind of simple to play because she doesn't have a lot of options. You kind of have to use that Z-Burst dash. You have nothing else to really follow up opponents with. And she's a good character if you want to practice resets, because without resets, you basically can't get enough damage to even use her. So here I use the bomb so I could just get a free reset. He vanishes my gun last minute. Props to him for that. Right now I'm eating boatloads of damage. And you see, this character is very weak. Basically offensively and defensively. And, you know, for you to pay money to play this character is a little much. She should have a little bit extra or some interesting mechanics to make her worth it, you know? But even with those disadvantages, we're close to pulling the win out. Let's see if we could get it. Go ahead and have just enough ki to end the match. There you go, guys. That is Pansy in a nutshell. Like I mentioned, this character is close to being good in 2DP. She just needs a couple extra tools, and I just wish Bandai was a little bit more creative and took a little bit more risk with skills on the DLC characters. If you like this video, go ahead and sub and wait for the next one, because I'll be touching on Glorio and what I would do with him to make him more viable. And I'll catch you on that one. Peace out.